All right, today I'm going to show you guys how to run a proper man blitz scheme. If you like to send a lot of pressure, you can use these adjustments and strategies to help you in your gameplay. Before we get into it, man, make sure you guys drop a like. Full scheme breakdowns in the members area, get to know them. Right now we're in the Browns defensive playbook, but the nickel over, you can do this pretty much from any formation that you like the man blitz out of. We're just gonna use nickel over for this one right here. So Browns defensive playbook, and we're just gonna sub out. And sometimes I don't like to sub out some of these linebackers, but we need to put safeties in this position because, like I said, we're gonna be doing things behind the defense to just blend it all in together. Okay, so at first, we need to find the blitz that's gonna work the best. So if you're using your own defense, make sure you find one that really works for you. Okay, so we're in nickel over. We need to find a man blitz. This edge blitz right here is no good. Tell you by the blitzing angles and stuff like that, we do not want to use that. Overload blitz is one that I see sometimes, but there's the overstorm. I think that's it, right? The overstorm and that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the overstorm brave, okay? Because I feel like that one might be a little bit better, but it's up to you, however you want to do it. Okay, we can try both of them. Let's go to overstorm brave. Now we'll run it against some verticals just so you guys can see what's going on, and maybe like it's got like a what do you call it, a choice route on it. Hopefully it does. Does doubles have a verticals, man? It's always need to get right here, 4 verticals. Now the running back will probably block, but the first thing you need to identify, it's like kind of like mid blitz. Identify the guy that's on the running back, and this could be your user, kind of like mid blitz and stuff like that. However, a lot of times I don't like to do that. I like to be on the guy that's blitzing. Okay. Now, if you want to send the blitz, right, you just leave these guys like that, and you just pinch everybody like this, okay, and then you can just play the line. You can QB contain. All right, so this is another thing you can do. And then the blitz comes in, and that's just the way you do it. Now, however, when you're facing better opponents, these guys know how to adjust to that, right? So let's go ahead and let's just use her this guy. We'll do the same thing, but let's use her this guy right here, and then we'll just go ahead and QB contain, pass commit. We know it's a pass like this. You want to play here, boom, dump off. You'll see it gets picked up because, well, we're on the guy that's supposed to be on the running back. I mean, it's just shambles right there for those guys, but you guys get the idea, right? We start using the blitzers, the pass rush, the blitz doesn't really come in no more. So theoretically, what you'll see a lot of people do is they'll just pinch, QB contain, and then they'll just play on the same side as the running back. So if you run like a table or a quick swing route to the right, you'll be able to pick it off, or if not, they sit still. Either or, he's getting chased immediately with this blitz play. Now, when you're facing the better opponents, this isn't gonna work no more, okay? So it's just not gonna work no more, all right? What they're going to do is they're going to start putting post slants and stuff like that, swing routes or something like that's like a slant or zig route. I see zig routes a lot. Out routes, if you're playing me, I will use out routes a lot just to dump it off quick. Now, some people will throw it over your head. Just depends if you're pressing. Like if you're in a press, you'll see that maybe this guy would throw it over our head. Let's pass commit here. We'll bump the receiver. Well, that's a pick. That's probably not the right guy to do it to, but now when you're running a man blitz, the base coverage for your defensive back is over the top. However, if you put them in a position to fail, like in a press, right here, and the receivers have good press release, these guys don't, so they're probably not going to beat it. This is the problem with using bad teams. You need receivers that can beat the press. So if you're on the offensive side, find a receiver that's really good off the press. Okay, so right here, this guy's kind of decent, but he doesn't have enough time to throw this right here. You have to guarantee that you're going to get open. So that's why I guess he chose this guy. It looks like he had a better release off the press. You see that right there? He's got inside leverage, so maybe an inside route right here. But if you got an acrobatic defender, he could jump that. It's just a bad pass lead, bad decision by the QB. Now, he's going to start making completions, but I just want to show you guys what you can be doing, and you want to throw your opponent off, you can do this. All right, so what we do is we fake like we're going to blitz. We're going to take our X, put him on an outside third, and our B on an outside third. Now on the side of the receiving side, so like right here, the Y route, we can go ahead and put him, if you look at your stuff right here, you can put him on a seam flat, and then you can put this guy right here on a middle third. You see what I'm saying? So now we have zone coverage. So if there's a post coming from the left, what people like to do is they'll throw a post in the inside. Seam flat should be able to play that depending on what the slot receiver does. So we'll just snap the ball. Like he'll be able to complete it, I think, on a vertical route. We still have the running back and the tight end manned up. So the post on the right side would be the move on the read. Okay, so just so you know that would be the read actually there. Right there, he doesn't have nobody because we just ran that the way I told you guys. Okay, so come over here back to instant replay. Let's see what the seam did. Boom, he follows because it's a vertical. Okay, so he's gonna follow. He's gonna man up anyway. And then you have the middle third. So it's like if there is a post or something coming over the middle of the field, this guy takes it down. And on the left side, since we're not pressing, these guys will play it a lot better, a lot cleaner. They won't be able to throw it over your head. Okay. There are some instances where they still will, so be ready for that. Be prepared. That's just the way it goes in this game. And the tight end pretty much locked up. So that's the coverage side of it. Like I said, what I do is I'll leave the guy on the running back, blue him out, this guy, and then middle third, and then seam flat this guy. I wouldn't use, unless you think it's a hard flat, they need short yardage, you can do the hard flat. The only problem with putting the hard flat out there like this is you'll see it right here. It's going to be a mistake. We'll play the middle of the field. Boom, right there. See that? Nobody's there because the hard flat. So you have to pick your poison. Alternatively, like if you know, like if he's running the same scheme, right? I'll show you what I mean. You see how this guy dipped off to the hard flat and then he curls around. Now what you can do, is a little tip for you guys, is if we decide we want to do that same thing, put this guy on a hard flat, right? You see this middle third right here? You want to bring him over here to the slot receiver. Okay, because you see his angle will be the angle that the receiver tries to take. We want to make sure. Now, something you can do as well is you can just go ahead and man up this guy to make it quicker and then use this guy. And what I would recommend you do is if you do that, you blitz right here, let the blitz engage, and then you take off backwards. Boom. And that's just terrible coverage by these guys. The pass rush didn't get there in time. Alternatively, my user could go there. So if your user was there, that would be the move. So here, 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 and then we'll go hard flat here, and then move this guy a little closer, move him to the ground, and then this guy right here, man up, turn a running back here, QB contain pass commit. Like I said, you have to practice these adjustments because I'm gonna go ahead and just take off backwards. Here, 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 and then you see what the vibes are. Okay. Now the AI knows to run, it knows the gaps, it knows everything, but in real game situations, it's not gonna happen that way, man. Okay, people just don't understand. All right, so let's just say you're over the top coverage. You just want you want your flats, both flats to be covered. You can I wouldn't put seam flats. What I would do is I would either put the hard flat or the cloud flat. So right here, I would put both of these guys on a hard flat, okay, like this. Now, being that I am on the running back, I don't have to really worry about the running back no more because I got a hard flat. So if he takes off to the table or anything, all I have to do is worry about the angle route or like the quick in route that comes over the middle of the field or a post. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this. Snap the ball, we're gonna watch that post over the middle. Running back here, boom, nowhere to go, and it's money. All right, so those are just some of the adjustments you can use within the man blitz. Remember, the man blitz, you want to try to show the same look. I wasn't doing that as I was explaining the coverage, but you want to try to just have the same look unless you're like gonna be manning up the running back and you want to stand in the middle. You get what I'm saying? But I would stand on the edge over here if you're gonna run the man blitz and stay out of pretty much the play arc. Okay, stay out of it and put yourself on a blue and let the defense work for you, man, because it's gonna work for you more than not. This guy's not gonna be able to do nothing, and you blend that in every now and then behind the coverage. Okay, and that's not the only thing you can do, right? You could go ahead and make the deep halves, like with these guys. You could go deep half, right? And then you could go ahead and go hook curl, vertical hooks here, right? Flat here, just things like that. All right, you can go ahead and man up the running back, tight end. Now you have this right here. All you have to really do is worry about one guy. So just different things that you can do to slow a lot of this down. Now remember, it's a vertical hook. It means he will give up that deep half. Will have to make a choice on who he's going to play, and that's the unfortunate part about this play right here. But that's almost a pick anyway. But you see what I'm saying? Like you can still spread the coverage around and just practice your adjustments. So use this, man. I'm telling you, make sure you're blending in the adjustments behind it while still running. And you want to show your opponent, like if it's showing previous play, he gets to see the same thing. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.